Okay, well, today do something a little bit different again. We are going to go for another little walk. If you're watching this is the replay, but still watch it. Might find something beneficial. And we're going to talk about basic financial stuff, since people don't seem to know that, and that's something people seem to need help with. All right. So the first thing you want to do on financial independence is get out of debt. And people say that a lot, but it's not something people always know how to do. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your budget, everything you spend money on each month. You're going to try to, hello, Jeremy, you're going to try to get rid of all the expenses you don't have to have. And once you get like a baseline, oh, there's a cat, there's a wild cat in my yard. Wait a minute. There's a cat. We're gonna find a cat. Where'd it go? Yeah. Hey, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. All right, so anyway, what I was saying before the wild cat popped up. Did he come back? Meow. All right, so cat's gone. So what does it look like? The 1922? Why does it look like the 1922? Because this is just the most beautiful part of America right here. Sun shining. Good day. Aerith. Hello, Aerith. Hi, Aiden. Well, Aerith, I just got off work and I figured I'd go through over some basic financial stuff since people don't really know that much about it. Well, hello, India. I have a lot of people follow my page in India. This is my beautiful wife. All right, so people that are trying to get out of debt, the first thing you want to do is you want to get your base budget of how much money you spend each month. And you want to plan for failure. You want to plan that stuff's going to happen that you don't know about, like car breaking down, a medical bill, something like that. So you want to give yourself a little extra cushion when you do your budget. And you want to get rid of all the unnecessary stuff. And once you get that taken care of, you want to get all your debt. And you want to put that in its own little category. You can actually see me. And when you get the debt there, you want to think about what debt you can get rid of the quickest. So people are like, oh, I need to pay my house off. And other people are like, oh, I need to pay my car off first. It's whichever one you can take care of the quickest is going to be the best. So if I have a credit card debt that I can take care of in 2 months, I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. That way I ain't keep paying that interest over and over and over. And then I'm going to focus on the next big one, and the next big one, and the next big one. Hello, Sarah. Now, this is just my advice. This is what worked for me. I'm doing pretty good following these principles. And people will have a lot of bad advice. And like I said, this is just advice. This is what worked for me. I'm not a financial expert by any means. And don't let the mustache and the glasses fool you. I'm an idiot. But when you do start to get out of debt and stay that way, you still want to plan for failure. You want to plan on my car is going to break down, and you want to get a good amount of money saved up as a buffer when those rainy days do happen. And then once you do accumulate wealth, you want to make sure that wealth continues to accumulate on itself. So if I have $5,000 now, it won't have the same buying power in years. So if I hang on to $5,000 for 10 years, I'm actually losing money. So you want to make sure you invest on something that's guaranteed, like a CD in the bank with a high interest rate. That's a great, solid investment that's pretty much guaranteed because you're signing a contract with the bank saying, hey, I'm giving you this much money for this amount of time, and they're giving you that set interest rate. And what I do, I say this for the 100th time, this is what worked for me. It's not for everybody. When it's time for me to buy a car, I'll save the money up. Let's say it's, $23,000. I'll take this $23,000 that I was going to buy the car with, and I will open up a CD for 23,000, and then I'll get a loan against a CD, so it's guaranteed from the bank. Well, the loan is guaranteed by the CD, so it has a very, very low interest rate. And when the CD matures, it automatically pays off the loan, and I still get the compounded interest from the CD. But the kicker with that is, when that does finally mature and it pays off the loan, it boosts my credit up because on paper I made a payment every month for 5 years. Is this making sense, baby? Or I'm just renting. I'm renting.
No.
Making sense? All right. So I see people all the time get money and they try to play the stock market. But if I save $5,000, I didn't get that $5,000 from playing the stock market. So odds are, since I'm an idiot, if I put it in the stock market, I'm just going to lose $5,000. But hey, that's my rant about the finances. I just feel like renting. So now we're gonna go over. It just notified me that I'm live. I thought this all the time. Yeah, it bit me.
Another one.
There's another Aerith on here. Is this the same Aerith from earlier? Because that's not a very common name. Same Aerith. Okay.
Is it alright?
I thought it was, but the picture changed, and now I don't know if that is our Aerith. Oh, she changed the photo. Yeah, it's our Aerith. All right. Well, Aerith, I got you something.
Thank you.
Well, Aerith, this is what we do when you're not here. We just walk around the yard, YouTubing, trying to have fun. So we're going to show people nature. Damn. So since I do have a lot of people on here from other countries, yesterday we were going over the plant life and different plants and suckles, oak trees, peach trees, power lines. We planted this pine a few years back, and it works pretty good. The hard part is getting seeds. You gotta get special power seeds to plant a power pole. What's that? Oh, we got something.
A millipede? No, is that a centipede or a millipede?
Well, count the legs.
No.
Is it a million?
Mm-hmm. Tiny flip flops.
Are these poisonous?
Oh, one of them are.
Which one? Ron, it's good to see you back. Yeah, we got carpenter bees. We don't have a building thing though. So I'm still experimenting with my lives. I haven't done many of them. So, all right, I want everybody on here to explain something to me. Ron, tell me if this makes sense. Babe, spell live.
Live.
Spell live.
Live.
So how are we supposed to know the difference? If I'm writing it down, how am I supposed to know the difference, babe? Explain it. Make it make sense. Ron, do you have a good Thursday today?
This is the snail getting place.
Let's see if you can get some snails. Probably gonna get a frog. Mm-hmm. Well, what's in there then? Did you know it's not in there? Okay, I don't know. In the woods. Lily.
I'm not worried about you.
I had a pretty good day. I got to go to work, so that's a blessing that I'm able to work and I got a job to go to. I have this wonderful family to come home and annoy with my antics.
I'm not gonna get my book and read.
Do what?
Read my book. This one.
Alright. I'm gonna fix my mustache and I'm gonna be done.
Online?
Yeah. So this is evolving from a financial rant.
Did you want me to do something?
No.
Want me to do a little song and dance?
Can you?
No.
I think people have had enough of me dancing on YouTube. So this has evolved from a financial rant in a wilderness walk, and this is going to be a mustache tutorial. You're going to have to overlook this big forehead I got. So now I'm going to rant for a minute about mustache stuff because I enjoy it. All right. So, mustache wax basics. I'll cover this big forehead. You got three main different strengths of mustache wax. You got a light hold, you got a strong hold, and then you got something like Death Grip makes something called an OG, and it is a mustache wax that I've worked on cars with it. Like I've done auto body work with this mustache wax. I think it's rated for 97 mile per hour wind. Good stuff. Ron, there's a lot of bearded people out there that know a lot of tricks. A lot of them use hairspray, gotta be glued spray. And I don't like that. I prefer the mustache wax. Mustache wax is actually good for your mustache because of the stuff that's in it. It's beeswax, sometimes it's paraffin wax, and it's shea butter and different oils they put in here. So the thinner the wax, the lighter the hold, the more fluffy and natural your mustache is going to look. So let's say I just woke up. And this is how my mustache looks. Damp it a little bit. I'm going to take my comb. Let it grow, brother. Let it grow. Let it grow. And I'm going to comb it from one side to the other. And here's the thing about trimming your mustache. If you want a chevron mustache, the little cop stash, the pilot stash, I think they used to call it the porn stash, whatever, you want to let it go straight down. And you want to take your scissors and you want to start from the center and go outwards a little bit at a time. You want to make sure it's dry, because if your mustache is wet and you trim it, it's going to dry and it's going to be a little bit too short. Now, if you want a handlebar mustache, a Hungarian mustache, an imperial, a dolly, you're going to want to let that part grow out and comb it to the sides. That's what's going to give it the extra thickness. And I just lost a mustache hair. Which brings me to another point. You should be losing from 3 to 5 mustache hairs a day. Now, your facial hair has 4 different stages of growth, and the 4th one is shedding. And it falls out natural, and it should have a little white bulb on the end of it. If it don't have a little white bulb on the end of it, you're probably either pulling on it too hard or something like that, or twisting it. You never twist your mustache. I hate it when people do that. That don't work. And then you got something called terminal length. So people's facial hair can only grow so long before it falls out. And that is, terminal length means the length your facial hair can go before that 4th stage of shedding. And there's not much you can do to stop that. Like, some people try minoxidil, and minoxidil is something that people use to stop hair loss. But if you get rosemary oil, scientifically, the studies I've seen, it has the same benefits of minoxidil. The only difference is it doesn't have the bad side effects of it. So anyway, put a little bit of mustache wax, like so. Rub it into your fingers. You want to coat the thumb and the index finger. You want to work it through the hair. Do the same thing on this side. And we're using a light mustache wax, because the heavier the wax, the harder it is to apply without a heat source. Now, normally, I'll use a heavier wax, and I will use a hair dryer to soften the wax up a little bit. Missouri? Missouri. I don't know if I've ever been to Missouri. Yeah, don't twist it though, brother. Do not twist it. Don't twist it. You're trying to get it to curl. A little bit of wax in there like that. Get you a round brush. I believe. Oh, monsieur. Oh, okay. I got you now. I got you. I get it. Get you a round brush. Once you put that wax in, you want to roll it around like that. And that's going to give you a decent curl. But you're still going to have some frizzies. So to get rid of all those frizzies, get just a little bit more mustache wax. And the stronger the wax, the more tight the mustache is going to be. And I'm just going to get them to kind of stick together a little bit. Like that. Well, speaking of DD oil, one thing people don't seem to know is how to get this thing out. They think, oh, mustache wax is going to be in there forever. So to prove a point, this is on there. This is a good thick coating of wax. And this is beard oil. You have death grip wax. Well, I got good news for you. I'm actually one of the biggest fans of death grip. Is it bare bones? Or does it just say death grip on it? Like this. Because bare bones is the lightest wax they make. This is some strong stuff. All right, Mr. Fields. So get back to the DD oil. Beard oil. When you put the wax in your mustache, you want to make sure it is dry and it is clean. And the reason you got to make sure it's dry and clean is beard oil is great for your mustache. It is great for your beard, great for the skin up under it. But it dissolves mustache wax on the spot. So I got all this mustache wax in there. I'm going to take me just a couple drops of beard oil. And it's already gone. And that is a pretty common mistake a lot of people, including myself, make when they're just starting out. They'll put that oil in there. And then they'll try to style it with the wax. That just don't work. But if Ron, if you got the death grip that just says death grip on it, it's the OG. It is. This is what got everything started for me right here. I tell you what, I like death grip so much. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cans of death grip wax right now. I have their new Defender Balm. I have just about everything they make. I love it so much. Like, it's the #1 seller on Amazon for a reason. Since I'm ranting about beard stuff. Beard oil. Most people actually don't know how to use that the right way. When you get out of the shower, you have a hot shower, your pores are open, your beard's just a little bit damp, not wet, not soaking wet, just a little bit damp. Okay. You want to get some beard oil, put a couple of drops on your fingers, and you rub it into the root. You start with the root, and then you run it through the beard. Beard oil is for your skin. It's for the roots of the beard. For the beard itself, after that dries, you want to get some beard butter or beard balm. And the beard balm is the oil with just a little bit of hold in it. So all those frizzies, it'll draw them in just a little bit. Sudden death. Where's my sudden death at? Sudden death is my everyday carry. Keep that in my pocket all the time. This is a stronghold, no heat required wax. I keep this mainly for like touch-ups throughout the day. Like if I have to go to a beard competition, more than likely I will use bare bones, which is a medium hold. And then I'll go over it with this to keep all the stray hairs in place, and I'll do touch-ups with it. I can't get it open now. You use something 1,000 times, but as soon as somebody's watching you. Let's see if I can get this. I don't know how it is. I hate to go get a pair of filter pliers to open up mustache wax. All right. So let me show you the difference in between the Sudden Death and the others. Because I know I got another thing. All right. Here we go. Sudden Death. Stronghold. Easy to apply. This is what I recommend people get that's just starting out. That's why I can't open the other one. I've been trying to twist off the full thing. All right, so get a little bit, and it should be pretty easy for you to run it through your mustache. Pretty simple. Now the bare bones is one step up. One step up from that is Bone Crusher. One step up from Bone Crusher would be the OG, and it has pine rosin in it, which is a little bit of tacky. Some people don't like tacky. I like the tackiness. For me, that comes in handy. Damn. Can I cuss on YouTube Live? Damn, how do I open this up? All right, well, I'll worry about that later. So, Death Grip, their wax comes with a little pick, like a guitar pick. And some people will heat the wax up, put it on the pick, put it on the mustache, and then go over it with a hair dryer. And that helps it mold the way they want it to mold. See if there's any other beard stuff. Now, I've been using their hair clay in my mustache lately, and I love it. I don't know how I messed this up. I'm gonna have to go get a pair of filter pliers. Oh, there we go. I got it. So that's how much I've used in my sudden death. And one thing that sets Death Grip apart is they got these QR codes. They got all kinds of social media stuff. It's not just, hey, look at my product. Hey, buy this product. It is, hey, this is how you use my product. This is how you get the best results from it. So other random information. You know what? Instead of random information stories, let's go back to the comedy thing, since that's what this page is supposed to be for. All right. So I got kicked out of the Boy Scouts my first day in the Boy Scouts. Very first meeting I had, they kicked me out. Because we had to stay late from school one day. Anybody that wanted to join the Boy Scouts had to stay late, and they had to go to the little thing and hear about them. And we heard about the Boy Scouts. They told us what they did, what their thing was. And they handed me a flint stick. The stick that you take a little piece of metal and you hit it and it makes sparks and make a fire. And as soon as this dude let go of it, I went right up to the wall and I shoved it in the light socket. And they kicked me out of the Boy Scouts. My first day. A while back, my beautiful wife thought it would be funny to put a bumper sticker on my car. So she got a bumper sticker. that was dark red and it blended in with the tail light. And I didn't know it was on there for a month. For a month, you couldn't see it. And then every time I hit the brakes, it shined out like the back signal. It was a dick. It was a dick. I drove around with a dick on my car shining out to everybody. And I could hear people laughing at me in traffic. I just didn't know what was going on. A while back at Walmart, she found a bottle of new cologne, tried to get me to smell it. And it was like the deer rut spray, the deer pee. Yeah, so I sprayed deer pee on me in Walmart. You gotta have humor in a marriage. I figured if she married me, she must have a sense of humor. So I do get sent a lot of beer stuff. This is all the stuff they sent me. All different companies. On Instagram, I do little company highlights and stuff like that. But I will say this. I hope I don't get like banned or assassinated or whatever. People, I don't know. I don't know what they do anymore when they don't like you. But if a beard oil has like 20 ingredients in it, it's not worth it. Okay. All my followers are gone. If you're seeing this now, it's still the replay thing, but hey, I hope you had fun. Still practicing with the live. Tell me if you had fun. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what I did wrong. I can take criticism.